gosh, you're looking dashing today. So completely different kind of video today. I am doing a favour for a friend and I'm going to take you along for the ride. So I've mentioned them before. She's called Steph. Everyone say hi, Steph. She works for a Volkswagen parts specialist. They're based in the southeast of England. They have a shop over there, I think. I've never been, but they have an online store. And I've worked with Steph before. She's in PR and marketing. We worked together in her old job, and we've become friends. She cracks me up. Anyway, so they've asked me if I would put together a little video to share with their followers online, to which I said, hell yes. It's not like I've got anything better to be doing now, is it? So today we're going to make that together. She just wants a 2-3 minute video, me, Myrtle, what I love about Myrtle, what I still need to fix about Myrtle, you know, as a campervan, as a foodie, that kind of thing. So I've just spent probably the last hour or so, I've written myself a little script. So I've got blocks of words, and then in red, these are the shots that I need to get, video shots for, oh, where are you? For the actual video. So I think what my plan is, I'm going to go and shoot all those video clips first, and I'm going to mute them. I'm not going to use any of it because it's windy today and stuff. Luckily, it's not raining. Then I'm going to bring those clips back in and I'm going to edit them into a 2 to 3 minute long video. And then I'm going to record the voiceover. So the bits in black, I'm going to read those bits into a microphone and then try and gel the whole thing together. It's the plan. As we know, plans around here tend to go a little bit awry, but that's what my mission of the day is. I've also got some food to sort out and I've got some chickens to sort out, obvs. So yeah, better stop talking, better get on with it, eh? Wow, that feels weird to have normal shoes on. I've lived in wellies and flip-flops and farm shoes for like, well, literally weeks. How funny. All right, now I've just taken a whole range of different clips of me and Myrtle doing what we do. I guess I need to go and whack them all into the laptop and make sure that I've got enough to pull together that little 2 to 3 minute video. And then we'll do the voiceover. Cheers. Here we go from the top. Hi, I'm Jane and this is Myrtle. She's my 1995 Volkswagen T4. She's old and clunky, and having a 1.9 diesel engine with no turbo means she does tend to puff a bit going up big hills. I bought her 4 years ago and the bodywork was in quite a sorry state. She got restored and resprayed, and then we built out the back to be my perfect campervan. It took months to design every single millimetre of this space. And I think that's the best bit about doing a self-build camper interior, is that you can design it to fit your needs and your lifestyle. So for me, being a hardcore foodie and a food writer, I bought the van as I wanted to start sharing my one-pot camping recipes on YouTube. So I rig up my GoPro in Myrtle's ceiling and cook up dishes that make a light work of the washing up. If you're planning out your own self-build, I'd really look at what's most important to you when you're on the road before you even pick up a hammer. So for example, I can't relax or even concentrate on work if I'm in a small space that's full of clutter all around me, and like when you've got nowhere even just to put a coffee cup down. So that's why I prioritise so much storage space. And as I knew I'd be cooking in her a lot, I didn't want carpet on the walls or like fabric on the seat cushions, as I wouldn't be able to keep them clean. So I put a vinyl cover on those cushions, and I chose to stick with the plywood panelling that came with the van, so I can just wipe it all down if it gets grubby, and those walls, if I ever get bored with the colour, I can just paint over them. And then finally, as a female that likes to travel on my own sometimes, security was also a big deal to me. So having that half bulkhead allows me to clamber through to the front of the van without even having to step outside if I ever need to get out of a tricky situation. Thankfully I never have, but it helps me sleep better knowing that I can. Phase 1 of the build was completed a couple of years ago, and this has given me a great space to eat, to sleep, work and play in. She is my daily drive, but we also use her for festivals, for quick overnight camps around Cornwall, and we took her up to the very north of Scotland for a month-long road trip a couple of years back, and it was amazing. 3,000 miles on the clock, and she didn't miss a beat. So phase 2 of her build will one day include solar, electrics, a fridge, and either a pop top or a roof tent. But I kind of don't feel like there's any hurry because she works perfectly well as she is. And after years of camping in tents and hammocks and bivvy bags, camping in this feels like pure luxury. Huge thanks to Heritage Parts Centre for featuring my beloved van. For those not in the know, Heritage are a classic and custom Volkswagen parts specialist, and they helped me track down an obscure, discontinued and incredibly hard to find part that got Myrtle back on the road, for which I will be forever grateful. Thanks, Heritage. Yes! So this is the audio file of me sat here at the desk right here. Everything before that is the video file. So I'm just going to separate the audio. Let's make that bigger. That's the whole timeline there. Gosh, that little audio clip, I think it's just over 3 minutes long, so I need to cut all of this footage down to fit into there. And then I need to find a clip. Look at me hanging onto my hair in that wind. So funny, it was windy. Okie doke, so I've put the bulk of that together. Now I've also, as I was editing that together, I've realised there's some clips that I'd still like to add in, like things showing the storage in the van, because that's a really big deal with my interior, is that it is all about the storage, because I hate clutter and mess in a tiny space. It would just fry my brain. So I'm going to go back out to Myrtle, and I'm now going to shoot some other little shots. I've just scribbled down some ideas as I was going through the edits, just other little filler shots. Okay, so they were some pretty fun shots. I enjoyed doing that. So now let's upload those into Rush and try and get kind of a coherent story from start to finish, bearing in mind that the people that watched this video on Heritage's Facebook page and stuff, they probably won't know who I am, they won't know anything about me, so I kind of want to get a little bit of me and Myrtle and my story into it as well, without being braggy or without being salesy or without being like, you must come and see my YouTube channel. Like, that's not what this is about. That makes me cringe. Just kind of like, you know, the vibe that we're creating in these quarantine diaries, basically. I kind of want to get that vibe into everything that I do. You know, the fact that we're very down-to-earth people, that we eat very down-to-earth food, that we live a very down-to-earth life, and we kind of welcome people into our little world and our little community. Right, so I've done kind of a really rough edit on that now. It does need a lot more finessing, which I don't really feel I've got time to do today, so I'm going to get this finished off probably on Friday, because tomorrow is Thursday, and I need to go into the hospital in Plymouth, which is my little part-time job. They closed my clinic down 5 or 6 weeks ago, right at the very start of the whole issues with coronavirus. They closed all non-essential clinics in our hospital, so mine got binned. I do have to go in once a month or so though, just to go through paperwork and make sure that patients aren't dropping off my list. Because of that, I'm not going to have much time to edit this tomorrow, and I do still want to bring you a quick video, although it probably will only be a very quick one. And actually, while we're on that subject, I have to deliver a birthday present, a very late birthday present to my friend, and I didn't have any wrapping paper. So last night, with a bit of brown paper and a Sharpie, I made wrapping paper. How frugal is that? Are you impressed? I don't really know what they are. Little like leaf stems, I think. I really enjoyed doing that. They kind of look like worms from this distance. Probably best just to look at it close up then. So I'm going to wrap her gift up. I'm going to deliver that on the way to the hospital, just in case I pick anything up whilst at the hospital. Then the presents won't be covered in any germs that we don't want to be sharing with our friends, because that's not the spirit of giving, let's be honest. So I'm now going to go and sort my chickens out. I don't think I did them yesterday, so I'm getting very slack at this, aren't I? When we first moved them into that new chicken house and that new chicken run, I was in that coop 8 or 10 times a day. Now it's like, ooh, have I done the chickens today? Don't worry, they've still got food, they've still got water. I'm very on the ball on that front. It's just the whole poo picking and the egg collecting. I am getting a little bit slack at that. So let's go and do that now. I'm going to close this video down for today, and like I say, I'm going to probably finish this off on Friday and deliver that to my friend, because this afternoon, it's now 10 to 12, and this afternoon I want to edit your video, and right now I don't think I've actually given you very much of interest. So let's go and look at some chicken poo, shall we? What has our world come to that we just sit here every day talking about chicken poo? I'm sure it used to have an interesting life. Do you know what? I don't think I'll ever tire of walking into a chicken coop and seeing that. It makes me smile inside. These chickens basically are pets, let's be honest, and yet as a side effect they give us fresh eggs every day. Like, what use is Sassy Cat in comparison? Admit she does catch the odd rat, which is very, very helpful of her. But seriously, chickens, they're the best. If you have room, if you've got any interest in keeping hens, like, definitely give it a go. It's so, so rewarding. Fun fact, I used to work in a chocolate shop, and so I would have to wrap boxes and boxes and boxes of chocolate in a day. There. That's kind of cute, huh? Oh, happy days. Johnny hates the smell of seafood, so I'm very quickly going to make my lunch and then leg it outside, hopefully before he gets home. This is just a tin of sardines in tomato sauce. Yay, I did it. He's not back yet. So lovely people, I'm going to go and take this out into the sunshine and eat my lunch outside. Thank you as always for hanging out with me. And you know the score by now. Look after each other, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.